Dear friends, welcome to our biology class. Our today's topic plant water relations. Water is essential for all physiological activities of the plants and plays a very important role in all living organisms. It provides the medium in which the most substances are dissolved. Soft plants mostly contain water. Example, watermelon has 92% water. Herbaceous plants have only 10 to 50% dry matter. Dry seeds and woody plants also contain little water. A mature corn plant absorbs 3 liters of water daily. A mustard plant absorbs water equal to its own weight in about 5 hours. Terrestrial plants take up huge amount water daily, but most of it is lost to the air through evaporation from the leaves. This is called transpiration. Terrestrial plants take up huge amount of water daily, but most of it is lost to the air through evaporation from the leaves. This process is called transpiration. Water potential. It is the potential energy of water. It is the measure of the ability of water molecules to move freely in solution. The chemical potential of water is called water potential. It is denoted by psi W and measured in Pascal. The water potential of a cell is affected by solute potential and pressure potential. Water potential is the measure of the ability of water molecules to move freely in solution. It is expressed in pressure unit such as Pascal. In symbolic representation Pa. Water potential is denoted by the Greek symbol psi. Water potential of a cell is affected by solute potential and pressure potential. Psi W equal psi S plus psi P. Psi S equals psi S means solute potential and psi P means pressure potential. Water molecules have kinetic energy. In liquid and gaseous form, they show random, rapid and constant motion. As the concentration of water in a system increases, its kinetic energy is the water potential, is also increases. Hence, pure water will have great water potential. Water molecules move from higher energy system to lower energy system, that is the higher water potential to lower water potential. Such movement of substance down a gradient of free energy is called diffusion. Magnitude of lowering of water potential due to dissolutions of a solute is called solute potential or osmotic potential. Solute potential is always negative. The more the solute molecules, the lower is the solute potential. The more the solute molecules, the lower, more negative is the solute potential. For a solution of the atmospheric pressure, water potential equal to solute potential. A solution at atmospheric pressure, water potential equal to the solute potential. If a pressure gradient then atmospheric pressure is applied to pure water or a solution, its water potential increases. It is equivalent to pumping water from one place to another. If a pressure greater than atmospheric pressure is applied to pure water or a solution, its water potential increases. When water enters a plant cell due to diffusion, it causes a pressure against the cell wall. Water enters a plant cell due to diffusion. It makes a pressure against the cell wall. It makes the cell turgid. This increases the pressure potential. Pressure potential is usually positive. Through negative potential or tension in water column in the xylem plays a major role in water transport up a system. Water potential of a cell is affected by solute potential and pressure potential. The relationship between them is psi W equal psi S plus psi P. Water potential of a cell is affected by solute potential and pressure potential. Osmosis. It is the spontaneous diffusion of water across a semi-permeable membrane. Osmosis is the spontaneous diffusion of water across a semi-permeable membrane. Osmosis. It is the spontaneous diffusion of water across a semi-permeable membrane. Osmosis is movement of solvent or water molecules from the region of their higher diffusion pressure or free energy to the region of the lower diffusion pressure or free energy across a semi-permeable membrane. Water molecules move from higher water potential to lower water potential until equilibrium is reached. Cell membrane and tonoplast. Tonoplast is the membrane of vacuole are important determinants of movement of molecules in or out of a plant cell. But cell wall is not a barrier to movement as it is permeable to water and substances in solution. In this diagram, we can see two solutions, solution A and solution B. Solution A, high water potential, high solute potential. Solution B, low water potential, low solute potential. In the direction of osmosis is from solution A to solution B. Net direction and rate of osmosis depends on pressure gradient and concentration gradient. Water moves from its region of higher chemical potential, higher concentration, to its region of lower chemical potential until equilibrium is reached. At equilibrium, the two chambers should have the same water potential. Osmosis is the spontaneous diffusion of water across a semi-permeable membrane. Water molecules move from higher water potential to lower water potential until equilibrium is reached. Potato osmometer. We can make a potato osmometer. But first take a potato and remove its peel. Make a cavity in a potato tuber. In this pour concentrated sugar solution. This setup is called potato osmometer. At first we take a potato, its peels removed with a peeler, then make a cavity inside this potato and pour concentrated sugar solution in this cavity. This is a potato osmometer. Potato osmometer is placed in water. After some times, water enters the cavity. It is due to the osmosis. This is a thistle funnel experiment. Thistle funnel filled with sucrose solution is kept inverted in a beaker containing pure water. Sucrose solution is separated from water by a semi-permeable membrane. We can use a eggshell membrane as semi-permeable membrane. Water moves into the funnel. As a result, the level of solution in the funnel rises. It continues till the equilibrium is reached. If an external pressure is applied from the upper part of the funnel, no water diffuses into the funnel through membrane. This pressure requires to prevent water diffusion is the osmotic pressure. The pressure required to prevent water diffusion is the osmotic pressure. This is the function of solute concentration. More the solute concentration, greater will be the pressure required to prevent water diffusion. Numerically, osmotic pressure is equivalent to the osmotic potential, but the sign is opposite. Osmotic pressure is positive and osmotic potential is negative. If an external solution balances the osmotic pressure of cytoplasm, it is called isotonic. When a cell or tissue is placed in isotonic solution, there is no net flow of water towards inside or outside. Such cells are said to be flaccid. If an external solution balances the osmotic pressure of cytoplasm, it is called isotonic. When a cell is placed in isotonic solution, there is no flow of water towards inside or outside. Such cells are said to be flaccid. If the external solution is more dilute, higher water potential than the cytoplasm, external solution is more dilute than the cytoplasm, it is hypotonic. Cell swell, turgid in hypotonic solution. In hypotonic solution, cells turgid or cell swell. If external solution is more concentrated, if it contains more solutes than cytoplasm, it is hypertonic. It is the hypertonic. If external solution is more dilute than the cytoplasm, it is the hypotonic. External solution is more concentrated than cytoplasm, it is the hypertonic. If an external solution balances the osmotic pressure, it is isotonic. When a cell is placed in a hypertonic solution, water moves from the cell across the membrane to outside, and the cell shrinks. When a cell is placed in a hypertonic solution, water moves from the cell across the membrane to outside, and the cell shrink. It is called plasmolysis. It is called plasmolysis. Water is first lost from the cytoplasm and then from the vacuoles. When a cell is placed in a hypertonic solution, water moves from the cell across the membrane to outside, and the cell shrinks. It is called plasmolysis. First water lost from the cytoplasm, then from the vacuole. During plasmolysis, the cell membrane and protoplast of the plant cell shrinks away from its cell wall. Such cells are said to be plasmolyzed. During plasmolysis, the cell membrane and a protoplast of a plant cell shrinks away from its cell wall. Such cells are said to be plasmolyzed. It's one example. If mango put in a salt water, after some time what happen? This mango shrinks. This is an example of plasmolysis. Plasmolysis is usually reversible. When these cells are placed in hypertonic solution, water diffuses into the cell. As a result, the cytoplasm builds up a pressure against the wall. It is called turgor pressure. Cytoplasm builds a pressure against the wall. That pressure is called turgor pressure. The pressure exerted by the protoplast due to the entry of water against the rigid walls is called pressure potential. The pressure exerted by the protoplast due to entry of water against the rigid walls is called pressure potential. The cell does not rupture due to the rigidity of cell wall. The cell does not rupture due to rigidity of cell wall. Turgor pressure causes enlargement and extension growth of cells. Turgor pressure leads to enlargement and extension growth of cells. Next one is the imbibition. It is a type of diffusion in which water is absorbed by solids or colloids, increasing their volume. Its example, absorption of water by seeds and dry wood. Imbibition is the phenomenon of absorption of water or any other liquid by the solid particles of a substance without forming a solution. Some examples of imbibition. If a dry piece of wood is placed in water, it swells and increases its volume. Another one, when seeds are placed in water, they swells up. If dry gum or a piece of agar agar are placed in water, they swell and their volume increases. These are some examples of imbibition. This is our today's topic. Our topic is the plant-water relations. In the first we are discussing about water potential, osmosis, plasmolysis and imbibition. Okay, thank you.